All right, people. Well, you guys know what happened. You guys know everything that exists and about what I'm about to talk about. Mr. Perfection, or Super Itachi, or whatever he calls himself. We call him pedofection. We call him infection. Um, all these years of me being off of YouTube, all the time I spent on Rumble, Twitch, Kick, all these other places, I wasted zero time and energy talking about that dude. None. Didn't talk about him at all. I get invited back to YouTube under their forgiveness program, and I start talking about the Dragon Ball community again. Because there's literally no one calling out the community. I decide after a bunch of content to switch it up, talk about something not Dragon Ball related. So I started doing commentary, Chud the Builder, Myron Gaines, all that stuff. Lo and behold, a video pops up in my feed of Mr. Perfection and Geekdom 101. And I'm only using their real names because it helps the algorithm. Simple as that, not because of any other reason. But they're having a little powwow talking about yours truly, NBA. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind, the whole time that I was doing Dragon Ball content, these cowards didn't have anything to say. But as soon as I step away and they think my back is turned, they decide they want to run their mouths about me. Now, I've already destroyed Geekdom, 3 times now since this? So I felt like it was time to put a pin in this unworthy specimen who calls himself Perfection. This guy literally lives in some kind of distorted reality where he believes that he's this Dragon Ball character that can defeat everybody, and that he gets all the girls. And the truth of the matter is, he's literally just a creepy guy who's in love with himself and in love with underage girls. And this has been proven by so many people. So if anybody decides to come to this video and say anything to the contrary, then go talk to all the other people who've made hundreds of videos about this guy. This is the one and only time I'm going to waste energy on this dude, because I'm the person who did that legendary 6-hour live stream where all the biggest Dragon Ball content creators joined in order to take the dude down. I was the architect of that. So that was the reason why I stopped talking about him, because I utterly destroyed him. And to this day, he still can't live down everything that's in that stream. It's still up on YouTube. You can find it if you really want to. Hell, I might re-upload it on my channel just so people can find it easier. But I absolutely destroyed that dude. Everything in that 6-hour stream perfectly describes Perfection. A liar, a grifter, a manipulator, somebody who's a child enthusiast. Though that's the word he likes to use, so we'll use his own words. A child enthusiast. An actual screenshot from his old Discord server that he thought he got rid of, where he propositioned a 14-year-old. Right here. You can read it for yourself. I feel like I'm lowering myself to address this scumbag. And I find out, not only did he do this talk with Geekdom, where he ran his mouth about me, but he was also a part of a 10-hour live stream where he kept bringing my name up. Keep in mind, I ain't mentioned this dude. Haven't said nothing about him since I did that big stream on him years ago. And I mean years ago. I don't care about the dude. He's not worthy. All of you people who keep making videos about him, y'all are just fueling his fire. I mean, you can't even type his name in without all these videos popping up you guys keep making. Y'all know who and what he is. Y'all don't seem to understand that y'all are the ones breathing life into his dead channel. This guy has videos up with 80 views and 100 views. Okay? And when he does get views, it's people who don't like him basically trashing his channel. The video he did about me with Geekdom still hasn't reached 1,000 views yet. Probably won't. My point is, everybody hates the dude. Everybody trashes him. Everybody knows what he is, but y'all still keep talking about him. I'm not going to mention him after this. I'm only doing this because he brought me up multiple times before I even said a word about him. I expose everything there is to expose about you, dude. And I openly admit, before anybody says anything, the legal document that Matt the Storyteller made, claiming that you did some stuff, I didn't tell him to do that. How do I got the power to make a dude that lives in another country do some shit? I didn't tell him to do nothing. He did that on his own. And your new buddy, Geekdom 101, was in on it. Yeah, he telling you that he didn't have nothing to do with it. It's a lie. And I've already shown the proof and receipts that he was in on it. He was also the one who got your channel taken down. Him and Oppa Senpai. So instead of coming after me, the low-hanging fruit, the guy with only 2,000 subs, why don't you go off the greener pastures? Why don't you make better content? See, the reason why nobody watches your content is because all you do is talk about yourself. You a broke dude living in your neighbor's house. I exposed this a long time ago. You living with your neighbors because your mom and grandmom died, and your neighbor was nice enough to let you and your sister move in. Dude, you're not on my level. Okay? Your channel has 15,000 subscribers and you can barely get 100 views on a video because your channel is dead. No matter how many flashy titles you use, no matter how many flashy thumbnails you make, no matter how many controversial statements you make, nobody cares about you. I don't even have to be controversial to get people to come to my channel. I can just sit up here and just talk regular like I'm doing now. People will be like, holy crap. But when it comes to you, you have to do all this theatrical stuff. And the reason why you're going around doing all this perfection allegation content is because of your guilty conscience. You know what you did. You know what you are. So you're going around trying to convince other people that you didn't say and do these things. I think you're trying to convince yourself. That's what I think is going on. I think you're trying to convince yourself that you're innocent. But it's too much evidence out there, dude. The internet has collected all of it. It's too much. Too many people have seen it. There's no way you can try this revisionist history crap. Okay? You try to point out one or two things about you that may not be true, and then because of that, the rest of it's not true. No. Two things can exist at the same time. People can make up stuff on you, but other stuff said about you can be true. And those two things can happen at the same time. Are there stuff out there about you that's not true? Yes. Is there stuff out there about you that's 100% true? Yes. Is there stuff out there about you that people believe is true, but they can't prove? Yes. All these things are possible. All these things are happening right now. See, I'm not even going to address you in the old NBA style because you're not worthy of that either. I could absolutely just disintegrate you again. And I was honestly thinking about doing it. And then I said, you know what? I am not doing another live stream about this clown. I looked at that Hollow Mike 10-hour stream you did. I only watched like 30 minutes of it. And them dudes absolutely roasted you. And they posted all your weird pedophilic content from your Discord server. And you had no good answers for all the weird stuff you've been doing on YouTube. You had no answers for it whatsoever. At all. And that's because you're a weird creep. You're like Chibi. You're just one of these weird, creepy dudes that are in love with lollies and all kinds of other weird stuff. And hey, that's cool. That's you. The only thing that bothers me about it is that you black. And I hate it when black dudes engage in chibi culture because it makes all of us look bad. You're a weird, sex-depraved loser. And your YouTube channel literally makes no money. I checked. You make $0 off your channel. You begged and bowed down to Geekdom to get your channel restored. And for what? All you use it for is to harass people and to make weird sexual content. Half your thumbnails got some kind of weird anime character in some weird sexual position. It's cause you a loser who don't know how to talk to real girls. I'm not even finna go into the theatrics today. I ain't even want to do this, but I said, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out because I promised to tackle this. I don't care about YouTube enough to start this beef all over again. I'm pretty sure you're gonna make some kind of dumb video and you're gonna dredge up the past, stuff from 2018 and 2019. Just know I don't care. And nobody who watches me cares. All that stuff has been hashed and rehashed. Everything that you ever want to say about me has been put on the internet. There's still hundreds of troll videos about me still on YouTube to this day. Even though the channels are dead, these videos are still here. And people are still choosing to come and watch my content because they understand what that stuff is. It's lies that were told to try to ruin my character and ruin my reputation so that people wouldn't listen to me. Well, the problem that y'all have is that people are still listening to me because I tell people the truth. And the truth is, perfection, you need to get off the internet and get some serious help. You really do. You need to go get a real job. And that's the honest truth. And it's a shame that you can't see that. You care more about this fake OC character that you made than your actual self. Because you see the things being said about you online. You see all the images and all the videos and live streams and all what people think about you. Even your Wikipedia, people think you're a pedophile. Even with all this, you keep coming online, subjecting yourself to it because you're trying to prove to yourself that you're not. You're never going to convince the internet that you're not. I'm going to tell you now. No, you don't have any evidence that you can offer to make people change how they feel about you or change how they think about you. Me personally, I don't care about you. Like I tell people all the time, I'm not mad at you. I'm through with you. Because being mad at you requires that I have to have some kind of emotional feelings towards you. You ain't worth my emotion. That's why I'm not even making a big deal about this video. Not yelling, screaming, acting crazy, because it's unnecessary. You're unworthy. And the reason you're unworthy, because you can't even have a serious conversation without turning into your fake OC character. I listened to that 10-hour stream, and you were talking like you're that character. You were talking like you're that actual OC character instead of like a regular human. And that's what's wrong with you, man. You're a crazy dude. A crazy dude that's in love with cartoons. And your journey on YouTube ended years ago. That big boom of subs and views that you got from picking on Geekdom, them days are over. Your channel's never going to recover. Me, on the other hand, my channel's still new. because I'm just now coming back to YouTube, and more people are finding my channel every day. So you go ahead. You talk about me, tell lies, do whatever, bring up old stuff from years ago, decades ago. I don't care anymore, dude. I don't. My mission is to come on here, make my content, and then leave. It's not to come on here and go back and forth with a pedo. And that's what you are, whether you want to admit it or not. The evidence is online. It's all over the place. You done exposed yourself, I don't know how many times, with your underage awfulness. And there's nothing you can do to change it. The only thing you can do is get off the internet and leave people alone. That's it. It's the only thing you can do, man. Anyways, I've wasted enough time on this dude. I'm not going to respond to anything. Matter of fact, I've already completely blocked his channel. So whatever he makes, it won't pop up on my feed ever again. Because I'm just simply not dealing with this anymore. This dude is nowhere near worth my time. No, I'm going to focus on Geekdom. Because he is the disgusting, slimy person that's doing all this behind the scenes stuff. He the one running around going to these smaller channels to snipe at me because he don't have the courage to do it on his own channel. So I'm gonna do what I do best. I'm gonna terrorize him. Because you know what? Geekdom, you afraid. That's your problem. You got all those subs, but you have to keep addressing my little channel. It's because you scared. Because if all those subs and views you were getting actually mattered, then you wouldn't care what somebody like me had to say. But because I'm spitting facts and truth, that's why you attack me, because you're scared. Anyways, I'm going to address that in another video. Said what I had to say about infection. I'm out. Well, wait a minute. Y'all know where the button's at. Do your thing.